Okay, um, we've had some constructive criticism from people say like a offensive jerk who really are jerks. So we decided to drop the bad game thing and actually review a game that we like. This is an old classic, I think. And I think it thought it was a really good game. It's one from childhood that I've liked. And what you do, this guy, he looks strangely similar to Mad Max, and you punch people as they go flying off the screen. Now, this guy must be working out some heaps because have a look at them. They go flying, and basically what you do, it's basically side-scrolling. They throw all these enemies at you, and you just punch and they fly off the screen. Now, the dialogue is pretty weak since it is translated from Japanese, so yeah, we'll have to deal with that. But as you can see, there's a huge map area, and I'm not sure why many people don't like this game. I don't know why, but it's one of my favorites from the Sega Mega Drive era. And I remember the first day I got this, I couldn't even beat this guy. That's how young I was when I got it. Well, I can see how people don't really like it, because, well, have a look at the background graphics and everything, and the controls are a bit stiff and that. But come on, man, this guy, have a look how powerful he is. He punches one guy and the guy gets dots on him and turns into power energy for him. Well, basically this is what you do for the whole game. And until recently, I never thought there was like a Japanese version of this game, but turns out there is. So what we'll do now, we'll cut to the Japanese version and show you how much, well, I think better that game is. Do no Ken, the Japanese version of Last Battle, which roughly translates into Fist of the Northern Star or something like that. Now, I don't know why we couldn't get this game in Europe, because as soon as you punch someone, their head explodes. Now, this guy, you thought he was working in on the other one, and people are flying off the screen. This guy must be taking steroids or something. Because I've never seen someone punch someone and their head explode, except for that one time where I got really drunk. And well, it's basically the same game, except the controls are a bit more, they're not as responsive as in the other one, and of course we can't read that because it's in a different language, unless you can speak that language, like Japanese or something. And there is like minor changes. You'll see like boss battles, they do die in more gruesome ways. Now, I think we invented violence, so why the hell does our version of a Japanese game have to have no violence? So it is a lot easier to beat people. Now this particular boss, he dies in the same way that he does before, except it's too gruesome to use red in the European one, so we get a yellow. Who the hell is yellow blood? What is he, a spider or something? Alrighty, it does get a little repetitive. All you're doing is making people's heads explode. Although it is fun to do, it does get a bit tiring. So, while it is a good game, it does begin to get repetitive, and it is one of the hardest games to try and clock, because you only get one life bar, and as soon as you lose that life bar, you're dead. But what does make a good addition is the power bar, which as soon as you get to that white line, you'll see like a mega power up, and you know you don't want to mess with this guy, because he just goes nuts. And well, I don't know what the hell that is, a tumbleweed or something. And this guy has got some balls because he just kicks it. And what can be a bit frustrating in this one, the guys take harder to die. I remember playing this part in the original, the European one, and it's just annoying playing it in this one because you get more power up in the European one because more guys, they just fly at the screen, they're above it, they explode. Well, I think this is the first good review that we've done, and should be a couple more. I think we're doing Waterworld or Mad Max next time, so you got that to look out for. And well, to people, will take your comments into consideration. We hold all comments in high regard, except for stupid ones like a offensive jerk. Because, well, and well, I know Danny Toon was trying to be helpful in that. Well, offensive jerk was just being like probably redneck, inbred.